But I mean,
I think that's a myth, right?
Yeah.
I think fraud is awesome.
What was that?
Just bringing it out there. I don't know.
You're not art, man.
But there's like a forger's Bible.
There is?
Yeah, I read a portion of it, and it's super cool because the guy goes, he went to jail for forging artwork, but he has all the tricks of how you can actually like take something and like repaint it or like redraw it. He did the best stuff on like aged paper, because you get books from like the 1700s, and they have like the first couple pages are just blank. And so on those blank pages, you can rip them out, draw something new on them, and they only test the paper. So it's a legit like paper from 1700s, and then they sell it at auction for like millions.
Fucking hell. They found, I don't know where, I probably stumbled across this on Facebook or some shit, but someone had found like a 14th century piece of parchment or like a piece of a book or something. I get all my dates wrong here.
Yeah,
because I'm paraphrasing whatever I read right here. But at some point, like a really fucking old book. Usually back in the day, the monks that were writing the books, they would just take a book and be like, oh, fuck, this is more important. So they would erase whatever they had written in one book. And so they took out this one weird book that some monk had written or something. And via some kind of lighting, they could see what was underneath.
Okay.
So they
like
just
X-ray type of thing.
Yeah. Kinda. So they just found out that this one monk had actually erased what could have been in the Bible. It was. I think that was it. It was something major. Like he had just erased a major part of history. And we know exactly which monk. I fucking should have looked this up, but how would I know that I was going to be talking about that shit?
But I love this intro because we never know when we're actually on. Luana always switches us on, so we're going now.
I know. I listened in.
So
I'm a fan. I'm a fucking fan.
So I need to introduce you, my friend Viktor. Viktor. He's a good friend of mine. Since I moved here to Denmark. that's how
trying to sound Danish, aren't you?
No, that's how you say it in Boston.
Are you all right?
Yeah, if you come visit.
You're saying in Boston they're trying to sound Danish?
Yeah, or maybe you guys are trying to sound like us.
No. We were here first.
In Denmark.
We were here first.
I think we knew English before you guys.
No, I'm not. No.
But you don't even say Denmark here. You
Denmark.
But with a D-A.
Yeah, Denmark.
That always confused me.
Why?
Pick one. D-E or D-A?
You want to know, have anyone actually ever told you how to say USA in Danish?
USA? No, that's the Italian version.
we say that in Denmark as well, but what is USA? See, now I only got it in fucking... now I only know it in Danish. De Forenede Stater.
What is it?
De Forenede Stater. The United States. That's it.
Okay.
De Forenede Stater.
I'm learning.
So someone actually, if you watch Danish television and some old fucking politician will be on, they'll say De Forenede Stater and not like America or some shit like that. I guess it's more correct as well.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I have this conversation all the time. Like, you go to like Germany, and they don't call it Germany there. They call it Deutschland. Yeah. And in Italy, like if you say like this German guy, they say like tedesco. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but we have the internet and we're all communicating. We should just finalize what we're gonna call each thing.
Yeah, and only have one language. People tried that.
Unity.
It failed. One. Who will be the leader?
No. Now that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, right?
But let's
I think they made movies about that shit.
Yeah. I think there was wars fought about that too. So happy. You're my first non-tattooer on the podcast.
Since I am the first non-tattooer on this basically tattoo, I mean, as of yet, this tattoo-minded podcast, I'm the first non-tattooer.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Are you prepared?
I'm not prepared. I'm loosely prepared for this, and pretty much as prepared as I am for daily life.
I know you do your homework. You do your homework.
No, I say I do.
No, dude, I don't see you drawing much before.
No, because
before your clients come in.
I photocopy that.
Homework.
I photocopy that shit.
You just steal it from the internet.
I steal it from everybody else.
You fucking Pinterest guy.
Yeah, and I splice it together, and I have like a little blender, and I just shake it all up.
You got a fucking folder of tribal pieces that you just put on people, don't you?
Yeah,
I knew it.
All back from the 90s. But I am prepared because
all right.
I don't give a shit about tattooing right now. I want to talk about I want to talk about you, okay?
All right.
And we have pretty similar taste in music.
Yes.
So I think that's where we bond.
It is one of my favorite things about you.
But you know a lot more. You know a lot more of like the stuff that I've never even heard of. Like you're like, oh, have you heard this band? They just came from underneath a rock.
I'm that guy.
But you're not so pretentious about it. You're like you're genuinely like interested in every band that you show.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like Satan worship being like Russian doom metal.
That is actually my main thing right now.
Along with the Danish trap music.
Oh yeah, that's my main that's my own goings on here, right? But the main thing I'm listening to as of right now is basically what you were just referring to with like Russian, but then that's it.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
You just listen to Russian.
Yes, just the language, just people speaking. No, I listen to a lot of like Russian Orthodox chantry music, so like fucking extremely Christian Orthodox chants from this weird monastery in Russia called Valam. Like a super fucking old monastery, and everything is based around acoustics. So they have this since the fucking 14th, 15th century. They had the same thing going on, like through wars as well. And the whole island was used as war bases. But the choir and this whole thing was based around acoustics and music. And the choir has been the same all the way through. So like since the 14th century, you have the same songs now that they actually sang back then.
Wow. And
the only reason is because this has just been going through generations. It's still the same thing.
Wow.
It's run the same way, just with electricity.
Incredible. It's
so I listen to that a lot because that's like a fucking time machine.
Yeah, it's almost like the old storytelling of the past. Before the written word.
Yeah.
But in the 1400s, where they obviously had books. And
it sounds so fucking amazing, though. It's so angelic. I don't really give a shit about the religious aspect of it. I mean, I love the mystery that's bound in that sort of music, but the soul religion. I watch a lot of documentaries about this place, and I read a lot of shit about it, and they are all chaste.
Oh yeah,
all, and it's like a male monastery, and they're all chaste. And the best song they ever made, I actually read the lyrics translated to English, and it's basically like, we live this awesome life in God, but I will not touch myself.
Wow.
Oh, God is amazing, but I will not touch my wiener. The whole song through.
They're all liars.
Yeah.
That sound you heard was God striking down.
He's angry with me. Don't do that secret, man.
In church, I wonder if you could say that. What's the holy way of saying wiener? Oh, holy wiener.
Manson?
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 Yeah.
No.
Man, that's why he killed everyone.
Your sin stick.
Sin stick. Not to be confused with tan stick or ten stick.
Oh, toothpick. Nice. Toothpick or match.
Match.
You're learning Danish, man.
I
Fuck
told
yeah.
you. I'm gonna. I got this language all wrapped up.
You do. Why do you even speak English in the shop? Like, you got it.
I need to, keep it a secret. So when you guys talk shit, I know who's talking shit and what people are saying.
First of all, I'm sorry. Second, fuck.
But usually now I know a lot about food when people are talking about food and.
It's very specific.
Yeah. I don't know. It's things that are important to me, I guess. But when I learned Italian, it was the same thing. Like, I only knew how to talk about art, artist, and food. Forming that...
I get it in Italian, though, because Italian cuisine is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But Danish cuisine is disgusting.
Yeah.
So why food?
I love what I dub as the lazy sandwich.
Yeah?
You guys are so fucking lazy. You don't put the extra bread on top.
Oh, the fucking open face thing. No, that's awesome. Come on.
You eat a
who
sandwich?
Wants that much bread?
I do. I want that extra piece of bread. That's why I got the olive oil with the little salt.
Oh, you're so fancy, aren't you?
Yeah.
You fancy man.
But think about
Coming
it.
here with your fancy standards, huh?
I get a sandwich, so I don't have to eat the damn thing with a knife and fork.
Okay.
The words that you're looking for is touche.
No, but come on. You can either have one sandwich that you eat and you're like, I just had a sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Or you can have one of the Danish smørrebrød. The open face sandwich, and you can after that be like, that wasn't quite enough, let me have one more.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do that because you have another piece of bread. I win, you lose.
I don't know.
Let's call it a draw.
We can call it a draw because I don't want to fill up all this time talking about your lazy sandwiches.
Fuck no.
But let's talk about
though.
the other amazing cuisine you have here.
I don't... I'm
pickled
not,
herring.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I was just about to say, like, because I don't eat meat. I do eat fish. I'm pescatarian, I guess. Yeah, like, whatever. But most of Danish cuisine is based around pork, and pork fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I think.
No, it's delicious. Have you ever had bacon?
Yeah, but I think that would be the last thing. If I were to start eating red meat again, I would still not eat bacon.
No,
because after just a small amount of time, I started out as straight vegetarian. But after just a small amount of time, I think it was like 3 months or something.
Yeah,
you start getting actually disgusted by the idea of eating meat.
Yeah,
and I got that. Especially with bacon for some reason.
Wow.
So I'm disgusted whenever bacon is around me.
Yeah.
And I can't stand the smell of it.
So I used to be vegan when I was a teenager, and then I think it was like 6 years being vegan, and it was more like political reasons and the reasons.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
and then recently I started eating that way again. But I cheat. Like, I'm pretty much...
A lot. I buy you lunch. You cheat a lot.
No. You have to tell everybody my daily eating habits
It's the Brian special.
It's the Brian special.
All right. I'll say this one because he's ordered it so fucking many times. I don't know. Should we say anything about that? I actually work with you, and I'm
I guess
I'm one of the shopkeepers.
I don't know. Should we pigeonhole you?
I don't know how this works. So people just think you have this guy that's not a tattooer, but he's buying lunch for you. Let's just keep it like that. I'm his fan.
Hey everybody, this is my Viktor. No.
I'm just a fan. I stay there whenever he needs something. I'll go grab it.
Yeah.
But a Brian special in the shop is quinoa salad with bread and avocado because he's already got the olive oil.
Yeah.
So I don't need to buy that.
No, I already got that. I told you that. But I reserve it. Like I get the same way now. After watching all those documentaries on Netflix, like it was all the stuff I already knew about and all the stuff that I hated. But because I like the taste of filet mignon, I just choose to, disregard that all that information's real.
Yeah.
But it just became too much to not do something about it.
No.
But,
I mean, watching Meet Your Meat or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. Luana forced me to watch them, and I was just like,
Good.
I can't do it.
Good.
But again, it's nothing I didn't know already. But I just like I'm gonna have to change my life, but I feel better. Like it's one of those things. It's not like a chore to do.
I'm not vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I still do think that I eat pretty. Like I eat okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just bad, the stuff I eat. I actually watch out with it.
Uh-huh.
I still feel shitty because I drink a lot.
Well, you need to balance things out.
Yeah.
So my idea of like not eating meat and stuff like that was, it's like I hate any extremes, and so I said to myself, like, I'm not going to be one of those people that is always going to talk about my diet and like the typical vegan type of thing. And like you just
chat of veganism.
Yeah, you ruin every dinner for everybody by talking about what you can or cannot eat, or being so offended that somebody, cooks a piece of meat near my food or something like that. But for me, like, I went to one of those fancy restaurants, the new Nordic type of restaurants here. And we spent, I don't want to tell anybody how much we spent, but we ordered
probably a shit.
And we ordered 2 of everything on the menu, and
damn,
it was retarded. And I could probably eat a pizza afterwards. That's how much like we ate.
Yeah.
But fish, pork, beef tartare. So I kind of like limit it to that, and I think to myself like, okay, I can do this little bit. Every now and then on special occasions. But in between those times, I never even really craved
But that's good. That's good. Like,
better than
just
most.
one thing is, I would think, to keep it kind of consistent. Because if you go too long without any sort of meat, then whenever you get some, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You're in for a ride.
No, but it's crazy. Like when I was working out a lot, I tried that paleo diet thing.
Oh, that's a scam.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. I had like no pasta or anything like that. And then I went to Italy to visit the in-laws, I guess you want to say. And I ate grandma's cooking and had the best
but fucking
pasticcio.
Getting food in Italy. I've heard stories about that. Epics, even.
Epics. And so there I can't say no. So I ate all this pasta, and for a week straight, I was on the shitter. And I can't say it any more gracefully. Because the reality of it was much worse than my words. But so I guess everything in moderation. Same thing with cigarettes and shit like that.
No. Just like chain smoke that. Just fucking do it. Who cares?
But yeah, I hate that mentality like that, all or nothing. But because I'm susceptible to it.
How? I've never seen that side of you. How?
I told you I hide it in the same compartment as my drawing cabinet with all my tattoo designs. The shit's hidden.
Yeah, all right. I got it.
This here is a wall. It's all a facade.
It's a damn good looking wall, though.
Thank you. That's a good sounding voice.
I threatened I was gonna do that kind of shit,
should.
and I haven't done it yet. So.
I'm just gonna hold on.
You're all gonna get it.
I'm gonna step away from the mic right now and just let Viktor just do his magic.
See, but that is fucking annoying because now you just put me on the spot. For me to say absolutely anything into the microphone. You know the voicemail whenever we call people the day before to see if they come in the day after, which luckily they usually do.
So what do you do at the shop?
I take bookings, clean, set up the stations, break down the stations, sterilize the gear, and just basically making sure that they're not doing anything but tattooing or drawing.
Damn. That's
or
amazing.
eating. But they only have a specific amount of time for that as well. And I make sure they keep within that.
I know. It's amazing. So sorry I interrupted you. Because
Yeah.
I still feel like we didn't cover that part.
What was I going to say? Fuck.
You about leaving the messages.
Oh, yeah. So I've been, every day we call people before, like for the people who to come in the day after. And sometimes they don't pick up, of course. So I leave a voicemail, or a voice message or whatever. I memorize that. Every single time I leave that, it's the exact same word for word. The only thing I change out is the name of the person, the name of the tattooer, and the time of their appointment. That's the only thing. The rest is 100% the same every time.
You don't mix it up or like do a different voice, one deeper than the other.
No, because this is my thing now.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else but me has noticed, but this is my thing. I know a lot of people have noticed because I say it a lot.
So you become a robot. Viktor robot.
The sad truth is maybe yes. But it's fun.
Yeah. See, if that was my job, I think I would do different accents, different voices.
I mean, I'm working at a place with a lot of artists who are interested in the traditional art of something. Like if it's you guys doing like traditional Japanese tattoos or whatever, or as you fucking do those crazy oil paintings that I don't know why you even tattoo, because that shit is crazy. I love your tattooing. I'm not saying anything there. Sorry.
Tattoos are right, but yeah.
But I see all you guys doing that traditional shit, so I'm just like, you know what? I'm an artist. I stick to traditions. I don't know. But I do my own artistry things. I don't care.
You do. I mean, you're a singer, and I think I counted maybe 54 bands now. 54 or 53?
Yeah, of what I've told you about. Yeah. I think. No, I do. I constantly play in a shit ton of bands.
Yeah. I don't know how you found the time to wait on us men children and like go after work and then record 2 songs.
I still don't know it either, and honestly, I can't remember anything. I just think that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just let it flow.
Maybe I got like a secret personality somewhere that goes around and does all this shit. I don't know where I get the time for it.
Yeah, it's probably during like the twilight hours, in and out of blackouts, and
there's a lot of those.
Then you wake up with like, an album.
Yeah. No, I've had a lot of I've had a lot of bands. All of them around the punk rock, now moving towards the doom stuff. But a lot of it, like my last band that we stopped playing with now, ended because it was, the band was basically me, one of my best friends, and then 2 guys who plays blues.
Weird.
And this was a drone stoner doom band.
Hell yeah.
I know, not stoner, like drone sludge.
I don't like.
Fuck that. Drone sludge. It was take sun and add just sounds from an insane asylum.
Ooh.
That was basically the music we did. And the 2 guys from the band, the bass player and one of the guitarists, they played blues. And they didn't really care for any of the music we made at all.
But they could play well, though.
Did not want to listen to it.
No.
Like, they fucking hated it. But we just told one guy, like, hey, so you... The guitarist were like, I don't think you understand the kind of chords he's playing, so why don't you just make sounds? Let's see what happens. And that's what he started doing.
Oh.
And the bass player were like, you playing on a guitar? Yeah, but it's got bass strings, and I put it in a bass like, plug and all. It's good. I'm like, you got it, you know. I don't even care. You just play one thing for 15 minutes, and then we quit.
How do we end this? I don't know. You just turn down the volume.
That was basically what he did. He just played one thing for 15 minutes. Yeah. That was it.
That's some of my favorite music to listen to.
Dude, it was so fun playing. Like, it was crazy. We would have these weird intros with, like, we just record sounds and put it in slow motion.
Oh, yeah.
And so we would record all of these weird sounds around us, like going around in rehearsal room and just banging with different stuff on different stuff. And like we had one of those a melodica.
Yeah.
So, and it was totally out of tune, and it could only play one thing. So we were like, but played back that was like super ominous, and it was just like a fog laying on top of all the other sounds. So you could really get this like kind of soundscapey feel of it. And we loved it so much that we used it too much. 7 minutes before we started playing, we would have this weird music, and we would just be standing there. Like I would be sitting behind the drum set, not looking up at one point at all, just having my head down. And the rest of the guys would just be like, "Shit's going on." Yeah, are we and one of them would tap me on the back, like, "How many minutes?" Like, "We still got 4 minutes."
Yeah.
Shut up. I was way into it.
It's kind of
arts.
It's kind of like that sleep song, Jerusalem. Where
yes.
No one starts singing until 8 minutes in.
But that's awesome. That's fucking perfect.
I went to see them when they had the reunion tour a few years ago. It was a show in Boston, and they're playing a lot of different songs from like Holy Mountain, and like more than halfway through the show, they started playing Dope Smoker. And I was
more than halfway
through.
What? Whoa.
And I'm like, whoa, it's a little late for this. Like, and I was like thinking to myself, like, I'm happy that they're playing it. It's one of my favorite songs, or albums, however you want to define it. And they just start playing, and I'm like, man, this is gonna be a long night. And
fuck, yeah.
But the coolest thing they did was like halfway through Dope Smokers, they started segueing into other songs seamlessly.
So they did, what's that called? Fuck, I'm
like a montage or something. Like that.
There's a music word for that. I'm the one supposed to know music words. I don't know. Whatever.
But then after that, they played a good maybe 6 other songs of theirs, which is, you know, a good 12 to 16 minutes each.
Yeah.
And then seamlessly come back into Dope Smoker.
So they actually played the full Dope Smoker.
Yes.
With extra songs.
Yes.
How many days were you at that show?
Let's just say I had a shave after the show.
I just recently went and saw them, and you were supposed to be there, but you fucking weren't there. Shame on you, sir. It was fucking amazing.
I'm not old though, dude, but I felt old. I was so tired. It was
fucking amazing. Like,
I would have gone to sleep if I went to that show that night.
Well, they did sell pillowcases.
Yeah, I have one.
You do? Yeah. No, my girlfriend bought one.
Yeah,
I didn't want to stand in line because I was pretty notoriously red-eyed.
You're really tired. Quotations.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, I was supposed to see that. I'm pretty good at missing shows I want to see.
You've missed every single show I've told you about so far.
I know. Except for the one that they had here, the
festival.
Yeah,
the festival, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do they call it?
Helsingør Festival.
Helsingør Festival.
Good enough.
Did I do it right?
Looking out at the crowd, asking if you did it right.
Yeah. I'm practicing.
Yeah, but you're doing good. You're doing good. Danish is fucking difficult. It's a shitty language.
Mm-hmm. And you guys make it difficult because you speak English so well.
Yeah.
If I brought you to the States, I don't think people would think like, oh, who's this?
I've been
foreign
asked
guy?
before, like from American people.
Mhm.
So which state are you from? I can't really. What's going on?
Yeah.
I got born by a potato. I live here.
I got-
I don't know.
yeah. But
It's the most Danish thing I could come up with. I'm sorry. I'm on the spot here.
so that's the other show. That's a festival. So I think
Yeah.
I make up for it because there was more than one band. But
But
another great show.
You missed a really spectacular list of bands so far.
Yeah.
Like you missed Dope Throne, Sleep, Bongzilla.
Oh.
Fuck no, Bellwitch.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there's a lot more.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to.
Actually,
be like,
right now, I think maybe actually right now, or at least later tonight, Pissgrave.
oh,
Fucking
I don't think I know
one of the
them.
best grindcore bands in the world.
I know
Playing
Piss
in
Jeans.
Copenhagen. Piss Jeans. Oh yeah, okay. Fucking awesome. But they're playing in Copenhagen right now.
Maybe Piss is going to be the new like name for bands. So it like you know how you have like Black Flag, Black Sabbath, Black Mountain,
Yeah,
Black Cobra. It's going to be Piss is going to be the new.
I think that's a thing already.
Yeah,
It's been a thing for a while, hasn't it?
maybe
At least in just like shitty punk.
Pissed Stoned. you were telling me about.
I love stoner names.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Fuck.
say.
Oh yes.
I would. This is the.
I had
the
a
fun we
list.
have.
I had a list. I lost that list because my phone broke,
Uh-huh.
and I got a new one now. But I had I had a list of stoner bands that haven't been made yet.
But the one thing I love about all these stoner rock bands, is all the album art. That stuff is incredible.
Fuck, that's super cool. I've really been getting into old school death metal cover art. Fuck that shit with like everything has to be green and luminescent, and it's something kind of cyborg, cool weapons and weird thunder and naked women.
Yeah.
Then you have a fucking death metal album cover.
It's
I
like
fucking love that shit.
it's what's his name? Frank Frazetta.
Yeah,
Style, but with biomechanical.
So cartoonish. It's so cool.
Super cool. Like the old art from Heavy Metal magazine.
Fuck, I love that. They're actually, I think this weekend or next weekend, they're showing the heavy metal, like the cartoon movie thing. They're
Really?
showing in Copenhagen, like an open air thing.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Let's make a pinky swear that you. Here, I can't reach.
I got it.
All right. When it comes out,
Yeah.
I will go if I'm in the country.
I just said it might be next week. You're out of the country next week.
So I have an out.
You and your fucking excuses, man.
I have an out. Can you FaceTime me during this whole thing, and I can just enjoy it with
No,
you?
I want to watch. I want to see the fucking movie. Of course, I'm not gonna FaceTime you. I'm so bad at watching movies with my girlfriend because she likes to ask what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's every lady. She's like, "What's going on right now? You've been watching the same damn thing with me."
Exactly.
Where have you been?
I'm already getting grumpy. I'm just like, oh, so what's happening?
Nothing.
Who is that guy?
We're watching a mystery thriller. You won't know until the end. That's the whole point of this show.
I could be watching stuff on I just like going through Instagram by now, and she would be asking like, "What are you doing?"
That's a good one. Can't argue with that.
No, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm getting grumpy already.
You need a nap. So, punk rock, old metal, doom metal.
Yeah.
So what's? Come on, you got to tell me the difference between.
I'm not. No.
Is it in the voice of this person singing with doom metal? Is it like high pitch?
What do you mean? Like the difference between doom metal or what?
Or like regular like? I mean, with thrash, it's usually very grindy, but
yeah, but it's just different like approaches. It's like I don't really. I'm never that good at going in on like a genre and just fucking stay in there. I'm not one of those genre like crazies who would go like, no, my band plays electro-industrial hardcore noise punk.
Yeah.
So get that straight, or don't put us on the poster at all.
Yeah, I think that's when my conversation ends. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, I got the mustache already. I can't go around saying I play electro-industrial hardcore noise punk.
Now
That's too hipster. But no, I never got into the like really defining it. I just see it like I play Doom because the stuff labeled Doom is basically is what I get inspired from with the music that I'm making. And right now I'm really inspired by the old stuff, the old Candlemass stuff and Reverend Bizarre shit like that.
Okay.
So right now I'm playing in a band where I like do clear vocals for the first time in my life. But no, that's a lie. In my old punk band, I sang with clear vocals as well. But it was yelling and it was for fun, so I did like all kinds of weird shit with it. But now I'm really trying to sing.
Yeah.
And that's weird. It's funny, it's weird, and I can feel in the music that I'm not really used to that, and I'm kind of nervous about it because I constantly switch over to just doing a fucking epic screaming yell. Just because I think that, okay, that takes the tension off that I didn't hit these notes.
Right. But it's good to have that balance between the two.
Yeah, it's super nice.
It worked for Metallica.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to do
Gonna fucking do that on air? You dick.
It just came to
Wow.
my mind.
I for anyone that should be listening, I notoriously hate Metallica. There's two things I hate in this world. One of them is Metallica, and the other one is reggae.
I know, the reggae. That's the common argument about the music selection.
Yeah, it's gone dramatic,
But
I can't take fucking reggae. It's terrible.
So if we had older albums of Metallica or reggae, I mean not older, the newer stuff. Sorry, because
After Load, Metallica After Load.
Well, anything for me, anything after And Justice for All, you can throw away.
I agree. I think anything you can like take from before, you can just throw away as well.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Damn.
No, I really don't care for that band at all. I don't. By now it's basically just a joke that I stick with. I don't hate it that much, but I really love talking shit about them.
Yeah.
Reggae, I hate.
Hate.
I really do. I actually get angry whenever people put on reggae. It's no shit. Like I physically feel terrible when there's reggae on. I don't know what it is.
You like Ohm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they have a lot of influence. From
They do.
reggae.
Yeah. Totally. And there's a lot of like reggae influenced music that I can listen to as well, but just straight up German. I know
the happy stuff. I guess it doesn't go well with the doom.
No, it doesn't, but I don't know. Actually, I do know a couple of people who like basically solely listen to doom that are like that as well. They really hate reggae, but I listen to a lot of shit. I listen to basically fucking everything without sounding too white here. But fucking I go from Tom Waits to bong thrower in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want to listen to this shit anymore. I go in between everything. I have a playlist on my Spotify called Pop I Don't Want People to Know I Listen to.
Yeah.
But reggae just gets me. It's terrible.
For me, I'm like yourself. I'm into a lot of different things. But I think the stuff I like to listen to is more rock and roll while I'm working. And then like at home, I don't want to listen to any rock and roll. So it's more like some older stuff like like old Billie Holiday or Etta James type of stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Just because I need a break, you know. And a lot of times actually when I'm at home, I don't listen to too much music. Just because we get so much of it at the shop. I need a break. But lately I have been doing that when I like, work on drawings at home. But the thing that was I couldn't understand was you didn't like a lot of the space rock.
I do like it. It's not that I dislike it at all. It's just I never really got into that thing. Because I'm way more into the whole black metal, epic kind of music in that kind of way, not in the spacey let's do drugs kind of way. Because I've never done drugs. I really don't like it. I don't like the idea about doing it. I smoke a lot of weed, but yeah. But I've never done acid or anything. I can't really put my mind into this whole thing. I get it. It's awesome to just fucking trance out and just be in it. And I've been in it because I've been at these shows and I fucking love it. It's amazing. But I also enjoy the artistic, like when being an audience at a concert. I don't just listen. I fucking see everything they're doing, and I'm a drummer myself, so mainly I look at the drums and what the drummer's doing. And most of the time, like whenever I'm at a show with my girlfriend, I constantly like bump my elbow into her side, and I'm like, "Did you see that? What? The drummer? I don't know what you're talking about." But I just love checking out everything they're doing, and what I love the most is whenever someone is going fucking crazy and putting their everything into it. And I don't find that in spacey music. I find that in more aggressive or depressive music.
It's more like cathartic.
Yeah. I saw this band, Medicine News, from Germany. They were the first band at this sludge festival in Ungdomshuset in Copenhagen. So, like, as the first band, you fucking set the mood. And these guys killed it. It was amazing because they ended up with... The drummer was the lead singer as well. And the last song, he was just like... He wasn't even there. He was just angry and yelling, not even into the microphone anymore. And he was just like fucking smashing on everything. And it felt real. What he was doing, and he did it well, and that shit gets me.
It wasn't like an act or anything.
It fucking looked like he just had a fucking he went crazy for a minute, and afterwards he just sat down with an empty fucking stare, and he looked out while breathing heavily, and then he was just like, "Thank you guys very much. It was so awesome, and I love playing for you guys. We all did. It was such a good show, and meet us out there." And I ended up talking with that guy for half an hour. He was amazing. He was so cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I like about kind of the smaller, I guess, genre music scenes is that you can be close to the musicians. And that's something you never get in a stadium, seeing like big headliner bands.
No, I never liked going to big shows. I mean, festivals are one thing because then you pay for the whole fucking experience and all that. I gotta say though, the mosh pit community or whatever you can call it around festivals, stop now. They don't know fucking shit about what they're doing. Those people are dangerous, and I want them to stop. Not fun for the rest of us.
Unity. Where can people buy your zine?
You can go follow me on Instagram.
I mean, I've kind of grown out of that as well. Like whenever I go to a show and I start seeing people spinning their arms, I'm like, okay, this is where I go sit.
But that's
next
just
to
not the
bar.
way to be in a fucking pit. Like, you throw each other. Don't actually make it dangerous to walk in there. Just bump into each other really fucking hard. Right. I'm not saying be soft. Please don't. Be a fucking rhino. But at least do it head first so you're the first dude to actually get injured.
Yeah.
Just take care of each other out there, man.
Yeah, I can't stand it when I hear those stories about like young girls getting thrown into the pit and like, trampled. Like,
no,
they didn't ask for that.
That's
shit.
fucking crazy. Dude, I was on tour with some of my very, very, very good friends. They had this hardcore band at that time. I don't think they're playing anymore, so I'm gonna say had.
Okay.
And the lead singer, he's a bodybuilder. He's big, and we call him the Rhino for a fucking reason. We were playing a show in Randers, in Jylland here in Denmark, and they were playing and all that. It was at a small cafe, so there were like cafe tables everywhere, and they just thought that they had booked 3 punk rock bands, because the other 2 bands were punk rock, but then they had a straight up fucking hardcore band in there. They broke 3 tables and 6 chairs.
The band or the
band
group?
The lead singer alone.
Oh my
He
goodness.
jumped down from the stage, because usually he does like a round. He's straight edge as well, so he's very angry. And he just does this round where he's like head first, eyes closed, can't lose. He runs around the fucking hall and breaks everything.
My goodness.
So he fucking threw tables away if they had alcohol on them. He's not one of those guys at all.
No.
When he's playing, he is.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Everyone said it was the best show on the night, and that was kind of sad, because it was not my band.
Sorry. But tell me, why is most like hardcore band members weightlifters? Do you ever notice that?
I don't know. It's so weird. It's fucking weird. I don't get it.
And a lot of like punk rock kids are kind of like you and I, kind of
skinny and long limbed,
blown away.
Yeah. I don't know, but I get there's the like shit fits in. Like if you see black metal people, if you see a person that looks like he listens to black metal, he listens to black metal. That's how easy it is. I don't know.
So the one thing that I did do that you told me that I should is I went to hell.
Oh yeah,
in Norway.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yes.
That was wild.
It's crazy, right?
It's a heavy feeling in there.
Never been myself.
And that's where Mayhem played, or their practice space.
Yep.
Man, they still had like a lot of paraphernalia, like some of the signs, like they had spray painted signs that said Mayhem, and
but it's just the general feeling of being down there.
Yeah,
is what I've heard, because like 2 of my best friends went there. Unfortunately, I couldn't go myself, but of what I've heard, it's just like the general feeling of being down there is crazy.
Yeah, it's heavy. Like the air feels heavy there.
Yeah, and
the ceiling's not very high. It's like what we have here, maybe like a foot above our heads, and there's no windows. There's like this screen that has an upside down cross, and then there's a throne, and then in black spray paint it says black metal spray painted on the wall.
That's fucking it.
I think that's all you need.
Yeah. To make that kind of music, yes. You really don't need more.
Yeah. And I wanted to buy a t-shirt from them, and just to have something to say that I'd gone. And I saw this Mayhem shirt, and I was like, how much is that? And he's like, I'm not sure if it's for sale. It's probably around like $1,000.
Oh shit.
$2,000 like dollars or pound or euros or something like that.
Fuck.
And I was like, oh, okay, because it's you can't get it anymore.
No, so it was like a t-shirt worn by one of them when
I don't
committed
know.
suicide or some shit.
Yeah, it's like brains and teeth still.
My friend bought me a patch from Dark Throne, Transylvanian Hunger, which is by far the best black metal album ever produced.
Can you tell me one song from the other song on that album?
One of the other songs? You mean apart from Transylvanian Hunger?
No, I mean, can you tell me can you tell the differences between the songs?
Oh fuck no. Can anyone?
I'm not trying to be facetious or anything.
I mean, I get it when all of a sudden they say Skogan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's that song. I get that. But no.
But I love it. Like I
it's a fucking crazy good album.
But it's funny. Like I watch myself and I ask myself, why do I like this music? And I'm like, can I decipher between?
Dude, how do you think I'm feeling when I suddenly catch myself lying in the fucking couch, eyes closed, listening to some old Gregorian chant in the middle of the night, sober?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wake up from that kind of state and I'm like, oh, shit.
In a way, it's like
done,
a
isn't it?
meditative type of
Yeah.
music in a way.
Dude, it's amazing. It's so fucking good.
Yeah. Definitely cool. One last thing I want to talk to you about is your newest endeavor. It's a brand new genre.
Oh, yes. I'm
Can
moving
we
into
talk?
uncharted territory.
Wait, should we talk about it, or else is it
We can. I mean, I don't
is
think
it
there's
too early?
No, because I put out one song.
Oh, you did.
It's kind of like, it's not the stuff that I'm going for, but I put out one demo basically with this new project. So, but I'm in the works of getting some good old rap music out.
Yeah, but it's
Weird
good.
change.
It's really good, and it's nothing like I've ever heard before. And I don't
very much.
I don't understand a word you're saying because it's all in Danish.
Yeah.
But you know the music and the way that you're singing.
But I got super lucky that I ended up getting in contact with these guys who's already done this kind of music for several years, and I basically just jump in and be like, "Hey, I met you guys 7 years ago. Let's make some music together." And I'm like, you know what? You brought weed. So I think that was how I ended up with these guys, but they make some awesome fucking tracks.
Yeah.
And I try to rap some fast stuff over it, or some dark stuff with deep voices or whatever.
Super good.
I try to do some shit, and I like doing it.
But even the voices, like you have like multi tracks going at the same time.
Yeah.
Super cool. You said there's one song out that people can listen to.
Yes, on SoundCloud. It's not that good though. It's just like a super heavy, fast song that just like goes.
I think it's good. I was amazed that you did it.
Thank you very much. It's called Icaros.
Icaros.
Because I don't like the things I'm singing about in it.
So what does that mean?
Like Icarus,
Icarus.
the Greek thing and all that. He made wax wings and flew to the sun and got burned. That whole story. I don't really like what I'm singing in it because it's kind of like, look at me, I'm cool. Now I'm here. Fuck you guys. I don't like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I called it that because then I kind of people know I'm making a joke of myself when I'm singing this kind of shit, because I want to stick with doing really dark, heavy lyrics. I don't know.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Just as long as it's fast and in your face, but you get a slap of depression instead of actually getting slapped.
Any other music you have that anybody can find? From any like punk or doom?
I mean, yes, I have my punk band up online, but it's all in Danish.
So
all my music's in Danish, so you can find my punk band if you Google Korthævn. There's not even a way to say that in English. Because if you Google it, our shit will come up somehow, I think.
How do you spell it then?
KORT space HEVN. Yeah, you can. You don't have E. Fuck you.
A is the one with the AE together. Yeah.
And then you can find Prast, praised. I guess if I had to say it kind of English, Praest. Right now I'm only on SoundCloud with that one song, but I'm gonna get my shit on Spotify and do music video and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Soon.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And Said is doing some cover art for me. So
I saw him sketching up some things.
Poke him a little bit. Yeah. I need it.
He said he was going to finish it that night. He started it.
He didn't.
It was too fast.
I owe him a slap. That was the thing. He said if he doesn't finish it, he's like, there's no reason.
Can we get that slap on the podcast?
Come over here.
Because Said is actually right here.
How do you, Said? How do you say I'm gonna put a warm hand across your face?
Con la mano abierta.
I hope that still stings when you on your walk home.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah,
dude.
thanks.
It's a fucking pleasure. It was
Yeah,
so much
thanks.
fun. I'm honored.
Thanks for
Thank you
not
very
being
much.
a tattooer.
I'll really try not to.
Thank you. But I definitely enjoy working with you, and I definitely love the chats we have. And
Fuck yeah.
let's do it again.
Hells yeah.
All right, brother.